Hi everyone and Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve and I thought I'd do a get ready with me. This time I won't forget to film it, otherwise you won't see this on my channel and this is no use telling you that because, you know. But as you can see, I have a pimple here, I have red spots here, I look disgusting, so yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna start with the Caudalie Eau de Beauté. Just spritz it on my face. Let that dry for a second. And then I have my, daily stuff here. With some, handy things in there. So I'm gonna empty this. I should have done this before I started the video, but hey, too late now, right? My mom bought the Clinique advent calendar for me, so this is a Pep Start eye cream from that. And then I'm gonna put on my Touche Eclat Blur Primer on, which is almost empty, so I'm gonna use a Q-tip to get the product out. I mean, it's technically finished, but this was very expensive, so trying to use it all up. Is there any other way to put primer on that I haven't heard of? Because I don't like it touching my fingers. I don't like the texture of it, like the too smooth finish it leaves on my fingertips. I like it on my face, but not on my fingers for some reason. And I'm concentrating the primer on my, where my pores are the largest and where the makeup tends to slide off, and then I just rub the rest around everywhere. Also, this lighting is not the best, but it's already dark outside, so this is what we have to work with. I'm gonna put this aside. Then I have my Fenty Beauty foundations. I have two shades. One that I bought when it was winter, and I was even lighter than this. One that I bought in summer, so when I was darkest that I've ever been. I'm gonna mix those up. Use a little bit more of the lighter shade, which is 120, and the darker shade is 270, so they're quite far apart, as you can see. Yeah, I'm going to use a little bit more of the lighter shade and a little less of the darker shade, and then hopefully it's fine. It's not exact science, And then I'm just using a metal and a pointed brush at the opposite end to blend it in or mix it in. I tend to use these brushes from Real Techniques because, I mean, they're pointy. It works best in my opinion. And then I put it on, of course. This brush is clean, and I'm going to use my beauty blender. Or should I use my brush first? I'm going to use my brush first. This is a Spectrum B01 brush from the Minnie Mouse collection. I'm gonna tap it all in first. And it might look a little yellow on camera. It's not as yellow in person, I promise. It's also a part of the lighting. Lighting? Blend it down the neck, you know, you need to match everywhere, in the ears. Not in the ears, but you know what I mean. Y'all are better at makeup than I am, probably, so. But hey, this is for the people that ask me to do. Not really a tutorial, but kind of, so that's what I'm doing. Also, the weird noises that you're hearing, I'm watching Grease in the meantime. Should have been watching a Christmas movie, but this looks all pretty much blended in, and I'm going back with my beauty blender just to okay, this looks all blended in really nicely. Looks fine. Then I have my reusable makeup wipes here, so I'm wiping off the excess. Then I'm going in with my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral and this Way Too Dark True Match L'Oreal. I'm going in with the True Match mixed with the, which is by the way in the color C45. It's a cool light medium, but it's pretty dark, as you can see, especially in comparison. So I'm gonna mix those up for my spots and then go straight in with this under my eyes. I'll do that first. I like to put 2 big dots in the middle and then smaller around it, depending on how much coverage I need. I'm gonna take my pencil brush again to mix those 2 up. And put it in the spots where it's needed. I'm gonna start doing that with my finger. I'm sorry, I'm really ill at the moment. And then I'm going around the eye with my finger first. As you can see, doing the groundwork. And then just rubbing a bit of the excess off, because I always, for some reason with the Shape Tape, I can't control how much product I put on. It's probably just me, nothing wrong with the Shape Tape at all. Oh, you're seeing it in the mirror. That's not good. I don't want to get copyrighted, although it's Mirror Eyes, but it's just one of my favorite films, so. And then we have our blank canvas. I'm just going to set the under eyes with Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. And as I didn't know, like I bought it because Tati had it and I really wanted to try it. This is a translucent 07024, but when I bought it I was confused by all the different shades. So there are shades in this thing I did not know. I don't know if it's my shade, the correct shade, but hey. It's gonna set my under eye area. And that's all I want from it, to be honest, so. So I'm gonna let that bake. Maybe I should bake that too. You know, I see people baking right here as well. I don't get it, why. It always looks disgusting when I do it, so I just rub it off again. But what I'm gonna do next is contour with the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in Amber. Just gonna put a little bit on my nose as well. And now right there. I'm gonna take another Real Techniques brush. It's the 301 in metallic. And then just blend that in. Does my nose look smaller? I always want to believe it does, but okay, so that's blended out as well. Then I'm going to go to the brows. I was thinking about matching the brows to the hair, which is pink at the moment, but my dress is green. I wanted to do a red lip, and I'm not sure about the eyes yet, but probably something green-ish, so then the pink would be too much. So I'm just using the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette in or brow box in Bath Water Blonde. And for that I'm using my Spectrum A24. It's also from the Mini Map. Hey, this comes off. I didn't know. Well, this is from the Minnie Mouse collection as well. I should glue it back on. Anyway, I'm gonna brush them first, then I'm gonna check with the smaller mirror and tweezers to see if I need to pluck some stray hairs, which I do. I don't do my brows myself. Someone else plucks them for me. That's why I only take off the, like, you know, the stray hairs that are a mile away from your real brow. I prefer it that way, then I can't mess it up for myself, you know. Then I'm using the darkest color at the back, obviously. I'm not the best with brows. I think they easily look too dark on me because I'm not used to that, because I don't fill them in on a daily basis. But I try, you know. Now I look a lot better than I did 10 seconds ago or a minute. And then I take the lighter color and I start with defining the bottom, and then I just like little hair strokes. I like the thing that helps. Oh, there's a runner outside. Congrats to you, sir or madam. Oh, this is already 15 minutes long and I still have to start. Sometimes I start at the front of my brows. Sometimes I start at the back. It depends on which color I grab on my brush. I hope this is finished in under half an hour because I don't want to bore you guys too much, or I'll edit boards out. Okay, so the brows are done. Then we'll go for the eyes, but what do I use? I don't know. Send help. I have this gingerbread palette, but it doesn't really have anything red-ish or greenish in there. This has green. I only have pink. This has green too. Oh, Violet Voss has green. See, maybe green and gold. The dress is green, so maybe I should focus on the gold and then do a little. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use this. I do have the James Charles Morphe palette as well. Bought it before the drama. There is green in here, but do I want to use it? I mean, I don't like the guy. That's not why I bought it. Well, I don't associate with him because too much drama. I think the palette is okay for what I've used it already. It's not bad. It's just the guy is drama. It's too much. But that's not why I bought it. You know, I'm not a fan. That's like, oh, James Charles. That's blue. This should be green. I can use that too. Also, I'm looking for darker greens. Like, you know, the mossy greens, the dark velvet green. That's my dress. So I'm gonna start with a fluffy brush, which is a Spectrum Disney CO6, and just put some L'Oreal Infallible face powder on my eyes to set in. That's a little more my skin tone than the loose face powder, so there we go. Need to blow my nose for a second. Also, my cat is over there. You can see him. Poor little baby. What do we start with? How are we gonna do this? Let me see. What greens do I have? This is green gold, so this is great. That's a matte green. Matte? Matte? This is a little sparkly, even darker, so I can use that in the crease. I'm gonna start with the fluffy brush, Real Techniques. This is a BO4. It's this bluish edition. Gonna start with the James Charles green. It's called Daddy. Yeah. Don't fall, please. Please don't fall, please. Ooh, that's intense. This is the first time using this green from the palette, so we'll see how that goes. I don't have ages to fix my mistakes, so we'll have to work with it, but as you can see, it's intense. Also, I'm gonna do green all around, and then I think a halo of gold in the middle, and then the red lip. So more festive than that, it's never gonna get. Now I'm gonna try to maybe with a clean, fluffy bit. Well, clean. At least not the green is on there. This is a tapered brush, or what is it called? Also Spectrum Disney B06. To fluff that out as much as possible. Oh god, that was almost too dark. Also, if you see me swirling over here, it's on my arm to get the product out of the brush as much as possible. Okay, so it's kind of hard to work with. It doesn't blend very well, in my opinion. I'm a noob, so if you can't work with these sorts of things, then you probably don't really have a problem. But I kind of have a problem to get them to blend out. Sorry, I just needed to check. Okay, so that is okay. If I want to do more of a halo, I need to put some green in the corner here too. I don't know if that halo thing will be a good idea, but we'll see in the end, right? Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye before I move on. Okay, I put a lot less product on here, and you can tell. Okay, but once you get to kind of get used to the product, it goes a lot quicker. Do they look even? I look like a clown. I'll put some more in the corner over here. Okay, so this is the lightest green that I'm gonna use. Now I'm gonna go in with the same fluffy brush and Royal from the Violet Boss palette. Gonna go in with that just on a slightly smaller radius. And darken this up. going back in with the first green for a second to open this up a little. Right here. Okay, so they pretty much look okay. Now I'm debating in my head, should I put some black in there as well, or shouldn't I? I think I'm gonna just put the gold on. The gold that I have is the NYX Ultra Pearl Mania. Now, it's a powder, loose powder. Is it gonna stay on if I put it on this way, or do I wet a brush and put it on that way? Let's see, is this still giving off orange? I washed my brushes last week, the week before, but I used a lot of colors on them already since then. Where is my sponge? Just gonna get some moisture off the beauty blender because I don't want to get up. I'm just gonna go straight into the tooth. There's no one else using this but me, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I can use. I don't want this to follow. Where I've seen Glam and Gore do it with glitter, and I don't want to have glitter on me for the rest of the time, or gold powder. I don't know if this is gonna turn out well, but the brush that I took was one Sephora brush, a must-have precision cream eyeshadow in 80. And now I'm taking the Real Techniques number B04 back and just fluffing out the transition a little. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. You know, I don't know what to think. It's Christmas. You can look like a Christmas tree. Sorry, I'm shutting you out. So I'm just putting it on the middle of my eyelid. And then fluffing it out, or the edges, fluffing the edges out. Do I look like a Christmas tree already? This lighting is not working, so it's better in real life. I'm not a fan of it either on camera, but I'm very sorry for that. Okay, I think I'm giving up, or at least for the eyes. So now I'm gonna go in with the Spectrum A01, which is a fluffy brush, to get the baking off. It's true, essentially. And I'm going around with the brush just to set the whole face with the excess. Oh, sorry. Again. Next I'm going in with a mixture of the first green, which was called Daddy, from the James Charles X Morphe palette, and Royal, and there's probably some glitter or gold still on there, and just, sorry, I can't do this with a straight face, just going into the lower lash line, blending that in. trying to make it in as smooth as possible transition between the two here. I do like it in real life. I don't like it on camera, so I'll insert a picture later of the look in better lighting because okay, so now that is done, I'm gonna finish this off by using a liquid liner, preferably my NYX liquid liner, but I don't know if I will be able to find it. There she is. And I'm just gonna do a cat wing. This is the matte liquid liner in black from NYX, 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 whatever. The mirror is fogging up because of my breath. But voila, there we go. It's just a small, normal sized liner. Hopefully I can match the other side. And of course this one's not cooperating at all. Okay, so while I'm letting that dry, I'm gonna go in with the Marc Jacobs Tantric bronzer, which is mixed with another bronzer that I had because it broke. They both broke, and I'm using just that. And then I'm using the Metallics 100 Real Techniques brush. It's also a big fluffy brush. Just to bronze up the face. I'm starting here. But I'm essentially doing the whole face because I don't want to look too pale. Like that. Then I'm going in with the Hourglass Diffused Heat blush and the blush brush from Sigma. It's a duo fiber powder blush brush in F15. And then for highlight, I'm gonna go in. I was thinking about doing some glitters, but I don't really have golden glitters. Only blue toned ones. Unicorn skin toned ones. I do have these two. These are gold, but are they gonna be too much? Maybe I should put them on the eye. I'll think about it. I'm gonna take them out. But I was grabbing my Cover FX drops. I know you shouldn't put these are the glitter drops in Mirage, whatever. No, you shouldn't put them on powder, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm a rebel. The highlight though.
Ja, bezig.
Niet.
Jongen, ja. Maar het moet zo zijn dat ze dringend moet beginnen. Het je haar nog moet krullen.
Allee, kom. Shh. Wegwezen. That was my mom. That highlight though, I'm in love. I love the Cover FX glitter drops. Or do I put this on my, but that's gonna be too, maybe I could try it out just a little bit. It's not doing a lot, but toning down the gold, but maybe it's about to tone that gold down. Well, I'll show you up close in a second. Just wiping off my fingers because they're all, you know. Oh, my nose is big. I don't like my nose. It's one of my least favorite points on my face. Do I do glitter or not? Maybe just a little bit over under the brow bone or on the brow bone and in the corners of my eyes. I use the glitter primer from NYX, and the glitters are Festival Face glitters, Chunky Festival glitters, and the color is, let me take this off, it's golden something something. Golden Gal. Maybe I should open them up already. Just taking the glue on my finger and then taking on another finger the golden sparkle. Oh, I like that. And then I'm doing it first on the brow bone on the other side as well. Oh, by the way, these are all eye safe glitters, otherwise I wouldn't be using them in the corners of my eyes. I probably would be using them on the brow bone, but don't do that, kids. Don't listen to me. Okay, so that's it for the glitter. I have my highlight on, I have my blush on. Oh, I don't have my mascara on and lipstick, so I'll put my mascara out first. I'm using the Armani Beauty in Black Ecstasy today. it's almost finished, so it's not as dramatic as it used to be. I'm going in with the Mega Volume Miss Manga by L'Oreal. To give them a little something extra. There we go. And then I'm gonna do my hair first, then put on my lipstick and my dress, and I'll show you the finished result.